The Caribbean reef shark is a native predator to the Bahamas. It is found in the shallow reef ecosystem and is one of the main predators on the reef. The Caribbean reef shark can grow up to 10 feet in length and weigh up to 150 pounds. It is recognized by its gray streamlined body, white belly, and sometimes black anal fin. The shark is found in warm Atlantic waters, but is most prominent in the Caribbean Sea. The Caribbean reef shark plays one of the largest roles in shaping the Caribbean reef community. It acts as a scavenger for the reef, and this is what many people are not aware of. It feeds on the dead, dying, or sick fish, and this is for one purpose: to keep the reef healthy, clean, and free of disease. The Caribbean reef shark gives live birth to an average litter of 4 to 6 pups, and this is one of the reasons that it is not a threatened species. The Caribbean reef shark coincides with many different creatures on the reef. It lives a daily life with these creatures, but does not feed on them if they are alive and well. These species include a variety of grouper, such as the Nassau grouper, the tiger grouper, the strawberry grouper, and the massive black grouper. Even a black grouper of this magnitude lives hand in hand with the reef shark, even though they are both apex predators on the reef. The reef shark will not harm this giant, and vice versa. The Caribbean reef shark even lives with one of the most feared species of fish around, the lionfish. Even though it is an invasive species and is not meant to be there, it still lives with the Caribbean reef shark in peace. The Caribbean reef shark also coincides with many types of fish, such as the jackfish, snappers, and hogfish. It also lives hand in hand with many different species of stingrays and turtles. Here is a friendly hawksbill turtle that wasn't camera shy. This is Marcus Kitching, a shark feeder for Stuart Coves. A GoPro Hero 4 was strapped to his chest in order to see the Caribbean reef shark through his eyes. This was one of Stuart Cove's daily shark feeds, where a diver in a chainmail suit goes down to the ocean floor with a box of dead fish and feeds the sharks. As he enters the area, he's surrounded by an audience. I was a member of the audience and got to witness the entire spectacle. A safety briefing is given to the other divers before they enter the water. Once the entire audience is submerged, they have to take a position, either on their stomachs or on their knees. The diver is in the middle, and a bait is put on a stick and he feeds the sharks one by one. The feed is usually a mix of mostly reef sharks, a few nurse sharks, black grouper, and some small snapper. The Caribbean reef shark is only there for the dead bait. Even though there are small snappers there that it could feed on, it does not harm them if they are alive and well, thus proving again that the Caribbean reef shark is a scavenger and will only eat the dead fish. The Caribbean reef shark is known to be a passive creature, and it is not known to pose a threat to scuba divers, snorkelers, swimmers, and/or other humans that it comes to contact with. They tend to avoid human interaction entirely. According to the International Shark Attack Files, there have been 27 attacks documented since 1960, of which none have been fatal. Of those attacks, 4 of them were caused because the shark mistaked a person for a food source. The rest of the attacks were provoked, such as a shark getting caught in fishing equipment. This is direct evidence that the Caribbean reef shark is a peaceful creature and does not intend to cause much harm. As you can see, the shark is not there to pose a threat to anyone. They are there just to eat their food and get along with their daily lives. Even though these animals are just natural creatures living in their habitat, they are still wild animals and can be very unpredictable. None of the shark feeding scenes in this video should be reenacted without a professional. Even though the reef shark is a peaceful creature, you should not come into contact with it if you are severely injured or bleeding, or if you are in direct contact with a dead or dying fish.